Let's take this JEE Advanced question. It says let R denote the set of all real number. AI comma BI belongs to the set of real number for I equal to 1, 2, 3. That means A1, A2, A3 is a real number. B1, B2, B3 is a real number. Define the function f R to R, G R to R, H R to R by, we are defining the function. You see, this is a polynomial function, a fourth degree polynomial function. Gx is another fourth degree polynomial function, and hx is f of x plus 1 minus g of x plus 2. Now it is given that if fx is not equal to gx for every x belongs to R, fx is not equal to gx. So use this condition, fx is not equal to gx. So what does it mean? That means if we substitute fx, a1 plus 10x plus a2x square plus a3x cube plus x to the power 4, this is not equal to gx, which is b1 plus 3x plus b2x square plus b3x cube plus x to the power 4. Okay. So this polynomial can never be equal to this polynomial for every x belongs to R. Right? So if you cancel out x to the power 4 and let us bring everything on the left hand side, then clubbing the term we will get a3 minus b3x cube plus a2 minus b2x square plus 7x plus a1 minus b1. This is not equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. What does it mean? You see that if we consider this to be a cubic equation, cubic polynomial, then in this cubic polynomial, there are no real values of x which will satisfy the equation. That means we have a cubic polynomial which has no real root. But if we consider a cubic polynomial, there must be at least one real root, because the equation has real coefficient, and if complex roots come, it will come in conjugate pair. Like if a plus ib is a root, a minus ib will be another root. So an odd degree polynomial with real coefficient must have at least one real solution. We already know that. So since it is a cubic polynomial with real coefficient, but it is saying that there are no real root, so it cannot be a cubic polynomial. So that means this coefficient must be equal to 0. Okay, this coefficient must be equal to 0. Then what will happen? Then it will become a quadratic polynomial. A quadratic polynomial may not have any real root, that we know. If discriminant is less than 0, there are no real root, so that is possible. Okay, so it must be a quadratic polynomial. You see that a2 and b2 must be unequal. So we can add that condition also. a2 should not be equal to b2, because otherwise it will become a linear polynomial, which is again should always have at least one root. So a2 should not be equal to b2. But from here we can say that this must be 0. That means a3 must definitely be equal to b3. This condition is must. a3 must be equal to b3 and a2 not equal to b2. Right? Now how that is help us to solve the question? Now the question says that then the coefficient of x cube in hx. Coefficient of x cube in hx. hx is defined as f of x plus 1 minus g of x plus 2. Okay. So f of x plus 1 means we need to substitute, replace x by x plus 1 in fx, and from the overall polynomial we need to collect coefficient of x cube. So if you replace x by x plus 1 in fx, it will become x plus 1 to the power 4, I am starting from here, plus a3 into x plus 1 whole cube, and we can stop the process here only. I don't need to write down any further term of fx. Why? Because I need coefficient of x cube. Because after this cubic term, for the remaining quadratic, linear and constant, we are not going to get any x cube term. Right? So we don't need to write down. Minus g of x plus 2. So g of x plus 2 means we'll replace x by x plus 2. So I am writing x plus 2 to the power 4 plus b3. b3 is actually a3. Here b3 is equal to a3, so let me write it as a3 into x plus 2 whole cube. Again, remaining term we can neglect for the time being, because we need x cube coefficient. So if we consider now x plus 1 to the power 4 minus x plus 2 to the power 4. So that one is going to be x plus 1 to the power 4. Directly we can find out x cube coefficient. Binomial, if you expand this x plus 1 to the power 4, it will be x to the power 4 plus 4c1 into x cube plus the lower degree term plus here what is the coefficient of x cube? It will be a3 into the very first term x cube plus dot dot minus in this polynomial, in this binomial x plus 2 power 4 expansion will be x to the power 4 plus 4c1 into x cube into 2 plus the lower degree term and finally a3 into x cube. So minus a3 into x. So you can see that a3 into x cube cancels out and we need just x cube coefficient. So we are concentrating on this term and this term. So if you club these two, it will be 4x cube minus 8x cube plus the other term. So it is going to be minus 4 into x cube plus the other factor, other term, the lower degree term. X to the power 4 is also getting cancelled out, right? So what is the coefficient of x cube? It is minus 4. So answer is C.